So right now, I'm starting off what I usually do. But for this time, I start off with something really different. So every single time when I'm working on a new project, I always want to try something new. I never want to do the same thing over and over again. So for this one, I was really mixing around with watercolor and charcoal. Since I'm using watercolor paper, I thought it would be a little bit fun. And what is so crazy about this project, I call this one Mommy's Year because it's Rhea Ripley. And I was working on this project 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble. So it's kind of like a little bit crazy that she won the Royal Rumble. And as I'm looking at the background, I'm like, yo, it kind of looked like ribbons or confetti, you know what I'm saying, going all over around her. Now, as you can see in the beginning, I always start off with the light and I always go to dark. I always have to lay it flat down whenever I'm working on charcoal powder for it to spread around. And one thing too, I always find it best that I always have to have something to listen to. Majority of the times I find myself listening to a lot of podcasts. I like to listen to stories and have a good time laughing too as well. Now for this one, it was a large scale for me. Mainly since everything was gonna be pitch black, I didn't have that much things to focus on that much. But you know, the more it's pitch black, there's still highlight parts you still gotta focus on. I found myself having a good fun time working on this 19 by 24 size paper. At first it used to take me a long time. Now it just really takes me a short time, but I'm really having fun working with the background. Working with this, it was really fun because I kept the hair last and I worked on her outfit second. The very first thing that I focused on was her eyes and her lips. And basically the muscles and the features on her face and skin. Everything that I knew that was gonna be pitch black, I pretty much wanted to keep that last. Because since I knew that I was gonna be working on the charcoal powder, I knew it was gonna get a little bit messy. Because this was my first time mixing watercolor and charcoal together in one piece. One thing too that I always want to mention, as you can see that I'm working on an earring, I always had to keep it in a circling formation. I always pretend and feel like I'm a tattoo artist tattooing somebody, because I never want to go outside the circle, and I always want to make like basically a good line. You know, you don't want to make a crooked line pretty much. Now, when it came to right here, as I'm working, a little bit of the outline of her material. I start off with the light charcoal pencil, as you can see right now. And it's kind of crazy because it almost reminds me of the Road Warriors, how they had like the spikes on their shoulder pads. So that's what I was kind of like, imagining in my head as I was working on her outfit. Now for me, this is my favorite part, is working with the charcoal powder, spreading it around, and then working with the eyes, just making the eyes pop out. Now looking at the reference that I had, the eye position is very, very, very different, but I'm okay with where I have it right now. And as I'm recording this, Rhea Ripley already liked this on Twitter, and this was already halfway done. My Twitter was blowing up, so I want to say thank you to Rhea. That really made my day. I appreciate that so much. And as you can see right here, as I was working on her outfit, as you can see, it's so dark, because with the charcoal powder, the more you keep using it and adding layers and layers on top of it, it gets darker and darker. So that's why I really wanted to keep that last. And I'm keeping her hair last too as well, because it's pitch black dark. So right now, as I feel like I got like all of my layers and everything out, I'm going over everything, pretty much outlining everything with the black pencil. So I'm going over her ears, her eyes, every single corner. That's gonna be a pitch black dark area. So right now, as you can see, I'm starting off with the skin. Pretty much adding like the goosebumps into it, so it can be more realistic in a way. Now I start off with the hair. This part right here, I always pretend and act like I'm combing or brushing the person's hair, so I could go with a certain flow, so it could be more realistic. So I just want to say, guys, sorry for coughing though, just a little bit. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. If you want to see the finished product of this piece, I will be posting it up on all of my social medias. I will be posting up the link down below in this description, so you can see it on Instagram, on my Etsy website account, and furthermore. But if you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask me on what do I do, or if you have any suggestions on who you want me to draw, drop down a comment down below. Let me know what's up. So as you can see right now, I like to take my time. I was going over everything again and again and over again. And I really had fun working on this piece. I find it now that every single project that I'm working on, it always gets a little bit challenging, but then at the end it comes out sweet, and I'm loving it. So I would just want to say thank you guys for enjoying, and much love and blessings. Take care.